The Junior League of El Paso Incorporated involves women from all walks of life by truly making sure that we are not selective in our application process. If you're interested in being a part of the community, we want you.
Diversity to me is coloring with all of the different colors of the rainbow, with spicing your food with all of the spices from your spice rack. It's having a great variety of flavor and color in your life. And to me, that means being able to be connected with people from all walks of life who have very different backgrounds than my own, to be able to experience that diversity in the world.
The Junior League of El Paso is an organization of women whose mission is to advance women's leadership for meaningful community impact through volunteer action, collaboration, and training.
Since 2017, the Junior League of El Paso, Inc. has focused its volunteer and funding efforts on initiatives that promote and embrace awareness of mental and physical health. By embracing diversity and fostering inclusion, the Junior League of El Paso has been able to reach more communities, understand different needs, and create more impactful programming.
I think that one thing that we do really well is creating even different membership affinity events. If it's about French cooking or Spanish cooking, or we celebrated Chinese New Year, we are constantly finding ways to weave it into the things that we do normally.
By embracing diversity and inclusion, we're creating a bigger impact in our community because we're able to reach a larger group of people in our community that way.
The Junior League of El Paso had a lot of the values that I was looking for when it came to donating my time and my talent. Volunteers are unpaid professionals that serve a community, so to me, finding an organization whose purpose and values is specifically the mission tied to what I felt was important.
I believe that learning is lifelong, and that is something that we really get to experience as part of our Junior League membership. There's continual TED trainings that not only help us, but then help us pass those on to members of our community.
I think if you're looking to make a difference in your community and grow as a leader, the Junior League of El Paso is a great option. I have personally learned skills that I would have never been exposed to in my career, and I've been able to put those skills to use in other nonprofits that I serve on.
One of my biggest takeaways is actually having more connections and more pathways and avenues to help the El Paso community. I am a speech pathologist, and I have never been able to help in the way that I did with the Junior League. I was connected in one activity with the El Paso Aphasia Connection Center, where I had never worked with them. I was able to communicate with a professor at UTEP and bring in graduate students and have them participate with this activity and mentor them. And hopefully one day those graduate students will become members of Junior League like I did. So it's opening doors and learning about more organizations out there, and just a greater pathway to effectively help El Pasoans.
The Junior League of El Paso, Inc. put together a basketball league for at-risk youth that was played on Fridays and Saturday nights from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. at different recreation centers in the city. And we also had a mandated program session on Saturdays, and the kids couldn't play basketball if they didn't attend the program sessions. And some of the most impactful sessions that I remember are we brought in inmates from La Tuna Penitentiary to speak to the basketball players. We brought in former gang members to speak and interact with the basketball teams. And we brought in local coaches and local celebrities in the sports world. And we even were able to bring in Tim Hardaway, who was a basketball player from UTEP turned pro. And so all of this was just so impactful that 20 years later, when we had an anniversary of Midnight Basketball, we had a full circle moment when one of the young men who was part of the teams that were playing came back to celebrate with us and told us that our project had changed his life, turned his life around, got him in a place where he had the confidence to step away from gang life. And then he also told us that he was married and had some kids. and that he was coaching a basketball team for one of his kids. So that project for me will always be the glory days. And even though that was nearly 30 years ago, I believe that it was one of the most consequential projects the Junior League has ever executed in our community. And I'm very proud to be a part of it.
We definitely have that passion and that partnership in the community, and being able to continue to enhance those partnerships and find more value. They can know that their money is actually going to, and their in-kind donations are going to an organization who truly cares about giving back, who is constantly seeking out creative ways and constantly looking for those opportunities to help those underserved populations, to make El Paso community just a little bit better and brighter.
So sponsors not only support our initiatives, but they also are part of the impact and the change and the legacy that we create. Their contributions directly go into all the programs that we do and all the difference and positive impact that we're creating in El Paso.
My original motivation, I was new in El Paso and I didn't know anybody. I wanted a way that I could meet people, and I've always wanted to be able to give back in a meaningful way. And the Junior League of El Paso really brought those two things together. I had people that I was excited to be surrounded by, thought leaders, and I had volunteer opportunities, so those two things together really nailed it for me.
I would recommend the Junior League of El Paso incorporated to others, because I can testify to how it has impacted my life. Especially as a transplant to the city of El Paso, I have seen how the organization has exposed me to different cultural aspects of the city. I've become familiar with the different communities, and I've developed friendships that I believe will be lifelong friendships. And also just the training that I've experienced. I've been able to take some of the training just from how the organization runs very efficiently, and taking some of those techniques that I've seen in meetings and applying them in my own professional life. And also just the desire that it has given me to really be intentional about balancing my life to include civic work as well. So because it's been such a positive experience for me, and I feel like my life has been, enhanced in so many ways, I would definitely recommend the organization to others.
One word to sum up my experience with Junior League of El Paso would be irreplaceable. It's irreplaceable because, again, I've learned so many things, and I know that I've developed personally in a positive way. I've learned to set boundaries for myself. I've learned to manage my time better. I've learned to be more organized. And I've learned to be more of a leader and not afraid to take the lead or to take initiative or to say no, or better public speaker. So all of those things, even though I didn't start Junior League with a goal to be a public speaker or a writer, it's given me opportunity to maybe think, hey, maybe I could do something like that one day, or maybe I would pursue something outside of my current career, because I enjoy it so much, and I really enjoy the impact that we have on my community. That's what I really love, is being a part of sustainable community impact here and being a part of a legacy in my community.
If we all come together, we can create real change. And to see so many empowering women come together, it's like we're moving mountains.